Hello, everybody. This is me, Charlie. This is going to be a new thing that I'm going to do. It's going to be a weekly thing. I thought it'd be a good idea. It will be called Hearing Homework. This is homework I will be assigning to anybody who watches this. Um, this will be a program that I want to do at least once a week. If I start to really love it, I'll do it like maybe two per week. I'll do it however I want to. But for now, I want it to be at least a weekly thing. Um, and it will be an excuse for me to ramble about specific albums in my collection that I have physically back here. Because I do record hauls all the time. But that's not really a good outlet when talking about specific pieces of music. Because I'm usually like, this. I got it. This is why I got it. I like these songs. Boom. Next one. So this is an excuse to kind of go more in depth, I guess. Right now, it is a very gloomy day. It's raining. I think it's supposed to get a little bit better outside as the day goes on, but um, so I think that's probably important to note. I'm burning like this white sage incense cone, and it is very doesn't smell very good. It's probably one of my least favorite senses that incense that I've ever burnt. I think I like the moon a lot more. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. But I have sort of like a criteria of stuff I want to talk about for each album. I wanted to have some sort of structure because when I start talking about things on camera, for some reason, I totally blank out. So I want you guys to believe me when I talk about an album. Like, he didn't really listen to it. He's just saying, oh, this song is amazing, then doesn't expand on that at all. So I'm going to try. I just listened to it, by the way. I'm, okay, I guess I should reveal the album now. I think a good first episode starts off with a Todd Rundgren album, specifically Something Anything. Now, this album I got um, at a record fair, apparently one of the biggest record fairs in Louisville. And it is I've been trying to look for this specific Todd Rundgren album for a very long time. I listened to it for the first time here, and that's why I have this little stand thing so you can actually see it. Um, Here, okay, that's probably good. The first time I listened to it was maybe a couple years ago, maybe even just 1 year ago, and I was so floored by how good it was that I like didn't revisit it, if that makes sense. Like I was like, okay, like I felt like I wasn't ready to like even listen to it again. I was like, okay, this is so good. It felt like a valuable that I didn't want to get a bunch of fingerprints on. But this past couple months, I've been really diving into Todd Rundgren's discography, and this album is phenomenal. I know I didn't say the word right, but I wanted to stress that word. Um, so this is going to be I think this is a fitting album to start off with for my first episode of Hearing Homework. That's right, this is homework. Every album I talk about, and that's why it's going to be weekly. You have 7 days to listen to this, and then your work will be due next hearing homework. But what I want to talk about is personal anecdotes, like emotional connections that I have with the album, with like as well as like where I got it, why I got it, why it's special to me, which is aligns with the emotional connection. I also want to show off the physical release because vinyl, they have a bunch of different trinkets and stuff in them, different papers and lyric sheets and whatever. I think that's important to focus on. Also, I want to highlight specific songs, like my favorite songs on the entire album, which I would kind of do on my record haul, so that's not too different. I also want to discuss lyrical content and themes, the background of the specific artist, and why it's important in the history of music. I forgot when this was released. If I had a guess, maybe 1972. Okay, thank God, because sometimes it doesn't actually say it. But this Todd Rundgren album was released in 1972. Anyways, I think the first time I listened to it was like probably a year ago, I'd say, maybe a year and a half ago. And like I said, I knew it was amazing, like right off the jump, because the first song is I Saw the Light. And that, to me, is an all timer pop rock tune. Todd Rundgren, he is a genius. He writes brilliantly structured pop rock songs. He plays piano. He plays basically everything on this album. All the arrangements, they all came from him. Of course, he has a bunch of personnel, studio musicians who are playing on the tracks, but all of the creativity is from him. And that's also another thing I really love about this album. It's a double LP. And usually double LPs kind of get a little stale usually when you get into the second disc, because you're like, man, I feel like it shouldn't need to be this long, or it's like, man, I just want to get over it, get it over with. Sorry. But with this double LP, Something Anything, it is quality beginning to end, which is nuts because I'm not usually a big double album person. I love Blonde on Blonde. And then I love George Harrison's All Things Must Pass. What's another double LP that I got? Electric Ladyland is amazing too. There's a bunch of double LPs that I absolutely love. But I was just so amazed how like perfect and just excellent it was front to back. Like this Something Anything is like an achievement in just pop standard songs, and rock and roll too. Todd Rundgren he really comes into his own on this album. Now I will go through the sleeve design. So here's this is the back photo of him. As you can see, it says Something right here, and then it says Anything right here. So I really don't know. This is my guess, but I guess Something is the first disc and Anything is the second disc. But since it's a double LP, it does have a gatefold photo. And obviously this is Todd Rundgren looking like a god, looking out the window at the sun. This is kind of a weird photo. It's because it kind of looks like it was taken like this decade. But yeah, and it does come with a lyric sheet, with a collage of photos just kind of scrapbooked together. This is Todd Rundgren right there. This tall, skinny white dude with long hair. Most are. And it kind of unfolds like this. More photos if you want to pause and take a look. Just kind of like a scrapbook of like experiences throughout the process of making the album. This is how long it is. I would like to hang it, but it's got lyrics on it, and I like reading the lyrics to this album. I might hang it. Oh yeah, here's the lyrics too. I need to be careful. I might hang it eventually, but right now, I got this like a week ago. These are the lyrics. Boom, 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 boom. But, I need to unfold it. And it's really easy to fold back too. But yeah, amazing. I love lyric sheets when albums come with lyric sheets. I think every album should come with a lyric sheet if it's got, if the songwriter is writing his own songs on the album, I think it should definitely come with a lyric sheet. I don't see why it wouldn't. And obviously it's a double LP, so I'll show this is the label. The label is Bearsville. This, at least the copy I have. I don't know what it was originally released on. Yeah, this is a Bearsville label copy. But yeah, okay, now to get into the actual music. Like I said, it is kind of pop rock oriented. A lot of there's a couple kind of more bluesy cuts. There's a couple slower cuts. But like I said, the first song, I Saw the Light, is to me an all-timer. I think that is genuinely one of the best songs of all time. Here, I want to fold this to where it's easier to read. But yeah, I Saw the Light is phenomenal. The main guitar line is amazing. And it is just, it feels like such a cathartic release of emotion. That's a theme in like this entire album is love, lust, loneliness. Isolation, Yearning, sort of that main singer-songwriter 70s kind of psychedelia topic. And it's just and that's kind of blues writing in itself, isn't it? It's just kind of like that very emotional man, the troubled man writing perspective. And he has liner notes for like all the songs. He has liner notes for each side too. So like side one, he says a bouquet of ear-catching melodies, which is true, but I would say that is the case for all four sides. But I Saw the Light is amazing. And then the next song, It Wouldn't Have Made Any Difference, another amazing song. The chorus is so catchy. Wouldn't have made any difference if you loved me. And just, how can you love me? It's just amazing. He's just a melodic genius. It is so crazy that this is what I mean. This is like an achievement in creative writing, creativity. Just the fact that somebody has this much in their skull and it's like right here is just, it says so much. And that's why I think this album is so special. I think it's one of the best examples of that, is just creativity. Wolfman Jack is a rockier cuts. That's what we've got. Since it's a double LP, there's a lot of shit on it. Not shit, but like there's a lot of stuff on it. Like he ranges from sort of more straightforward love ballad songs, and then when you've got kind of rockier cuts like Wolfman Jack. But I love the background vocals. The moving tonight, everything's alright. Wolfman Jack, dude, amazing. Cold Morning Light is exactly how the title of the song sounds. That's exactly how it feels. And just the opening flutes and just the acoustic guitar is beautiful. Beautifully done, beautifully arranged. And then It Takes Two to Tango is also one of my, I think is one of my favorite. I guess I would say it's more of a deep cut, but I feel like it would have also been really popular on the radio. But there's a certain section of that song where shoot. It takes two to tango, takes two to tango. This is for the girls this is for the girls who just couldn't see that my only sin was being me. Like that descending, do 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 do, like that. It's just brilliant. It's just, I can't believe you thought of it. And Sweeter Memories is a really good slower cut. And he says, no, this is not a drug song. And he stole the drum part from Levon Helm from the band, which is also a cool connection. But one of the best, that's the end of the first side, one of the best first sides in all of album history. In terms of sequencing songs together on platters of wax, the first side of Something Anything is like one of the best sequencing decisions of all time, to me at least. And then the second side, he says, is the cerebral side. I kind of forgot what cerebral means. If you can comment down below, that'd be great. Maybe it gives me a more somber feeling, I guess. Breathless, the first song on side 2, is an amazing kind of cacophony of electronic influence, rock and roll, pop. That's another thing Todd Rundgren does so well on not just this album, but on his even later works, and specifically the album right after this one, A Wizard and a True Star. I have that one too. I'm going to talk about that one soon enough. But he brilliantly fuses electronic synths, sort of the 80s noise, before the 80s even started. He was fucking with synths and electronics, and brilliantly fusing that with rock and roll, just rock pop songs. And Breathless is kind of a peek into that. There's no lyrics. It's just a swelling of instruments, which is just amazing. The Night the Carousel Burned Down, there's a couple silly songs. Like, reminds me of Frank Zappa, where he just has like absolutely ridiculous songs where the point isn't for them to really sound good. It's for them to like kind of make you be like, whoa, what the hell? But the night the Carousel Burned Down is not a song, is not a Zappa heavy influenced song. Not, I wouldn't even compare it to really any of Zappa's writing in terms of just the weird sound. It sounds like a circus, basically. That's what I'm trying to get at. Saving Grace is another amazing song. The vibraphone on Marlene is brilliant. I love the percussion on that song. And he's talking of a love. Marlene, you're the prettiest girl I've ever seen. Do you care for me at all? That feeling of inadequacy is all over this record. Marlene, I care for you, and I just don't care who knows it, and I guess that means that I love you. Oh my god, he's a brilliant writer. That's the thing. There's not a lot of poetics. This isn't like some Bob Dylan or some, who else? Bob Dylan. There isn't a lot of like poetic, not nonsense, but you know what I mean. Poetic, themes on this album. It's very direct, like just a troubled man, lost love, shit like that. Let's see what else. Marlene is brilliant. Song of the Viking is also a bit of a sillier song. I Went to the Mirror is also amazing. And then that's the end of side 2. Side 3, he says the kid gets heavy. Black Mariah, he opens with one of the more rockier cuts on it. Amazing. I love when he says, if you need to kill me, just let me die. And then it fucking goes into like just an instrumental explosion. He has a live performance of Black Mariah on the Midnight Special. You can watch it on YouTube, and it's also brilliant. And he's kind of in this Peter Gabriel-esque getup, and he just looks, he just looks gross all the time. Todd Rundgren, he has the very long face shape, and he's very slim, and he has like I think my left eye is dying. The eyelid is like getting lower and lower, each year. I think soon I'll look like Tom York, where he's gonna have to have surgery, or I'm gonna have to have surgery. Anyways, that's off topic. But he kind of has like those like dead looking eyes. But despite how he looks, that song is amazing. I didn't mean to shit on Todd Rundgren's appearance. That's mean. But he looks good on the cover art for his self-titled album, just Todd. But anyways, you should check out that. If you want to see a live performance of Todd Rundgren, look on his performances on the Midnight Special, specifically Black Mariah, and I'm pretty sure he plays Hello, It's Me too. Which are both amazing performances. But anyways, Black Mariah is amazing. What else? Torch Song is a ballad. He plays piano. Beautiful song. Talks about passing the torch. Where does it say? When you break somebody's heart, nothing much left to do. Howsoever sadly, I will torch on for you. So moving on. Little Red Lights. Artists have those songs about cars. We've got Drive My Car by the Beatles, Sitting in a Buick, or what is it? In a Buick 6 by Bob Dylan. And I guess that's just a bunch of artists and especially T-Rex. Mark Bolan would write a lot about cars like Rolls Royce and shit like that. And it's sad because he passed away in the car. But it's okay. Little Red Lights is a rockin' tune. And then side 4 is a strange side, because he starts with kind of like this overture of low quality performances from like 4 different live sets that he did. Just a series of songs that he performed live that had no overdubs. So the quality is very strange. He starts out with that. And then he goes into Dust in the Wind, which is a huge highlight off this album. I love the beginning drums and the acoustic guitar. Amazing. Also, Piss Aaron is another weird, silly song, but it hits. It goes through like 3 characters. Piss Aaron pisses in the hall. He never would refuse when nature called. And then it talks about Dumb Larry, who kept a bunch of weed in his locker. And then Chuck Biscuits, he would drool all the time at lunch. A raw egg sandwich. I left a bag in his desk one night, a raw egg sandwich, and when hungry took a bite, he had to up Chuck, and he threw up. Oh, Jesus Christ. But But yeah, that's Piss Aaron. That's another great song. But then Hello, It's Me, another sprawling practice of pop structure, a brilliant song. Hello, it's me. Dun, 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 dun. I thought about us for a long, long time. And it's a autobiographical song. Todd sings of like an actual love he had, which he had been thinking about for a long, long time. I think that's one of his first songs he ever wrote. That's what he said was Hello, It's Me. But that's another beautiful song. The piano playing is amazing. The background vocals are also amazing. And if you want me to see, or whatever. But yeah, wow. Hello, It's Me is amazing. That would be a great song to start off with if you want to get into Todd Rundgren, because that's one of his more if not, that's probably his most popular song. It was a hit for sure. Then let's see what else. You Left Me Sore is another musically amazing song. And then the last song on the album is called Slut, and it's a good last song, but just coming off of the run that this whole album is quality. I like, he could do whatever he wanted on the fourth slide, or the fourth side of the album. He could fucking do a song called Slut, and I'd be like, okay, sure. That song's fine. But this, what else did I want to talk about? This album is so important. You guys have to listen to this. I know it's two discs. I know it's a double LP. I don't know how long it goes on for. I know it's at least 50 minutes. It might go a little over an hour. But I'm telling you, it is quality all throughout. You will not be disappointed. You will not be listening to it and be like, oh, I wish this would end. It is just an amazing achievement in musical creativity and writing. And Todd Rundgren really blew it out of the park. He blew my mind out of the park with this album. But yeah, I would say this is one of my favorite albums of all time. Something Anything, 1972. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, this will be a weekly thing. That's it. That is your hearing homework.